What do, Pauline? What's happening? What's happening? You said what? Oh, last year was crazy. Oh no. Jeff, can you hear me? Okay. Just trying to see if you can hear me. Deal. Yeah, give me your pack for sound check. Y'all sit through the week on the weekends. I do the yen. In the projects who wore bandanas and long shorts. Sold drugs, shot straps. Was good at all sports, a little more music impossible. Hunched over at the dice game, scuff in my boots. I ain't never made one claim that wasn't the truth. I ain't never made one claim that wasn't the. Vinyasa through the week on the weekends. I do the yen. Oh no, it's him again, shirt off on the swing. Women thinking I'm Dominican, pedal for 30-something miles just to feel the wind again. Shot dice in the beach in white t-shirts and Timberlands. And Marvin's first floor apartment, it was the heart of the projects. Those childhood memories are so hard to part with. Can you hear me, Corey? Just to move on, if it's even possible. Still dead on the scene, he ain't make it to the hospital. On a road trip listening to books on Audible, cause I refuse to listen to these whack rappers. There's gotta be a way that we can sue them for, yep, cool. Hey, do. Alright. Good evening, everyone. Everyone else has had the luxury of being introduced, but I happen to be performing, so I have to introduce myself, I guess. I am, most of y'all know me as Dre. I'm Tim Street Dre. For those of you who all don't know where the 10 comes from, I grew up in a housing project out here called Beecher Terrace. Well, part Park Hill, part Beecher Terrace, but the Beecher Terrace housing project starts on 10th Street. Once you hop off 9th and Roy Wilkins and you go west, you kind of in the trenches. So I was right there at the very beginning of the trenches, and I'm still here, somewhere in the depths of the trenches now. So I'm gonna rap and I'm gonna share some of my story and some of my experiences and some of the perspective that I cultivated over my 30 years of impoverished Black human experience. Are y'all down for that type of thing? It's not for the faint of heart. It's not soft. It's not fun. It's just honest. Honesty? Okay. We're going to ease into it. Let me talk to my offensive coordinator real quick. We got, I need to see all the songs. I can't see all the songs. Emperor Palpatine. Cobalt Blue. We're Arsenal. I'm an acapella this one. Then we're going to do Casperia and Russell Crowe. And then we're going to go to the ending song, Denny's Breakfast. Keep track of the time. Ideal. Y'all heard how we just drew the whole play up like the Chiefs. This is like Kansas City Chiefs. I'm an Eagles fan, but who cares? Sports are stupid. It's a distraction. Let's get it going. Check. Hear me out just for a little bit. Actually, for the whole time I'm up here, if you don't mind, hear me out. All right, thank y'all. Yeah. So as I said, we grew up in a housing project. The whole nine, you know, roaches in the cabinet, ramen noodles for dinner, fried bologna sandwiches type shit. Hustled, broke some laws, but I've arrived here. Check. I don't need nobody to vouch for me. In 03, we was in Park Hill, where those pissy couches be. These dudes be playing both sides like they Palpatine. I done seen folks die when morals collapse to greed. Where I'm from, conflicts of interest end up in casualty. I only rock with the fam, you rock with faculty. Yep, there's a big difference between it. When I tell my people I love them, they know I really mean it. The path for which I was chosen wasn't scenic. We don't reach adulthood without being subpoenaed. There's nights that I wish that I really wouldn't have seen it. Kilos, money counters, purple liters in the freezer. It may take a whole lifetime to unlearn that. Generational curses, destined to serve crack. But life's just a blink inside the eye of eternity. Blink once you're a billionaire, blink twice you work at Burger King. Life's one false movement in the botched burglary. Cause of that, I don't take my hardships personally. I approach my days with a sincere sense of urgency. On my own accord, I can't let no being burden me. Before I let them control me, they gon' have to murder me. By that point, it'll be a martial law emergency. They look to kill the shepherd so we don't bother the herds of sheep. Until the meek rise up against the shepherds. And on behalf of the back whips of my ancestors, to penetrate pop culture, my purpose clandestine. A light bearer in dark skin like a demon lurking deep within the reverend. But to the far left of the spectrum, my melanin kin been chastised by oppression. Clawing tooth and nail, trying to gain a little leverage. They don't want to see me sail, poking holes in the boat. Little do they know about my light alone I can float. And I'm floating, keep floating, yes. Check. Look, linked for the jam session was humbling. Heard the melody in my mind but kept fumbling. It takes time to execute the vibes that we come up with. Isn't that about an egotistical bit? A late bloomer was hustling, you were with your tutor. The muzzle lit, then a speck of light hit his tumor. Wow, I am the 99 percentile. They get foul. You played too close to my follow through. Had to breathe and slow my steps up like Donches do. Got them checking out all my moves, my posture rules. If you ain't no better, you may think that I taught a few. Sun, Sal, A's on my cloud nine, scissor good days. Check. Got them checking out all my moves, my posture rules. If you ain't no better, you may think that I taught a few. Sun, Sal, A's on my cloud nine, scissor good days. Yes, sir. Who be doing their Sun Sals out here, man? Who's doing their Sun Sal A's? We got any yogis out here in the spot? We got to get at least 15, 20 of those Sun Sals every day, man. Blessings, blessings, peace, peace to the heavens, peace to the gods, peace to the people. Thank you all for being out here with us tonight. Kim Williams, my brother, best friend and DJ. Yeah, this next song is called What's the Cobalt Blue? So everyone for a minute, y'all got cell phones in your pocket? Yeah, we got cell phones, we got Teslas, we got all types of shit that needs batteries, right? Battery powered devices. Where are those coming from? Where's all those minerals coming from that power those batteries? It's a bunch of little starving kids somewhere in Africa getting lung cancer and dying so we can scroll on apps and drive Teslas. Okay, so even me as a systemically oppressed black man in America, I pull out my phone and I am perpetuating that slavery. I'm perpetuating that death. Even if you don't know it, just by living in this country, breathing in America, we are all beings of violence. We are all beings of oppression. Even the oppressed, we still doing and perpetuating that. Let's get it. This is Cobalt Blue. Yeah, check. I'm gonna talk about some stuff. If anyone gets offended, it's a moment for you to grow. Approach me with curiosity. Check. Look. Give me a little more, just a pinch more music. Alright, check. Look. To the children in those Congolese traps, making cell phones so that we can scroll apps. Once your lungs go black, they can't go back. Nah, please forgive us for that. We got blood on our hands, we got whips on our back. The dichotomy is dynamic, it's sickening in fact. Landlords raising rent but paying less taxes, throwing us in the streets, trying to erase blackness, pretending that they liberal. They just trying to get a vote. A century ago you would have hung me by a rope. The same time Reagan was pursuing Pablo, same time Blaise Compaoré slit his brother's throat and let the French take control of Burkina Faso. Another brother that betrayed his own because the devil promised him a throne. Look, kingdoms built on ancient burial grounds, runaways sniffed out by the master's hound. To the mothers that would move like Setha and Beloved, I can't imagine your pain and certainly can't judge it. Nah, I made drug deals in public just to make a living. I promise I didn't love it. I put my scale down and now my words hold the weight. Grateful that I have the strength to learn from my mistakes. Giving my all because it can end any given day. But even in the end, those days were still giving. I'm just trying to lead a life worth living. In the kitchen on Thanksgiving, I'm the one telling the truth about the pilgrims to the children. Our cousins were brought here on ships back in the day, and they were lucky if they died on the way. For a while I had a hard time finding my faith. Pictures of white Jesus and I saw the lies in his face. Living in my mind is easier than trying to escape. Look, half the time I seem present, but I'm not though. I'm astro projecting through the cosmos, braiding the strands of time like I'm Pop Smoke. I wanna say another one gone too soon, but energy don't die, it just shifts and moves. The universe does what it has to do, so try not to feel like it's attacking you. We all have to learn to be adaptable, cause it can be your turn out the blue. One more time, check. The universe does what it has to do, so try not to feel like it's attacking you. We all have to learn to be adaptable, cause it can be your turn out the blue. Yeah, check. So let's, before we get to this. Yeah. To the mothers that would move like Setha and Beloved, I can't imagine your pain and certainly can't judge it. Anybody ever read Beloved by Toni Morrison? A black slave woman was freed. She was free. Someone bought her freedom, right? And then she ran off. And then the slave master's like, nah, I ain't done with her. I don't care what they paid for her. And they went and chased her down and hunted her down. And when she saw the slave master coming back with his homie in the black hat, she ran into this little shed and she killed her own baby so her baby wouldn't have to live in slavery, right? Now, who's wrong or who's right? It's fucked up, man. 50 years of slavery, or you can just die when you're an infant. I'm gonna keep it real. Based off my experience in the hood, I ain't even been a slave. I'm like a 10% slave. I might have rather not have been here if I knew this was with the hand I was gonna be dealt. Just being honest, it gets hard out here. I love you back. Thank you. Yeah, so power to the people. My struggle strengthens us. Don't let this shit bring you down. And to those who don't have the same melanin that I have in my skin, I still love you. I still need you. We need allies. We need support. We only make up, 11 or 12% of the population in this country, so somebody got to back us, right? So love us. Love us. We're not animals. We just want a little love. You dig? Can y'all do that? Well, look, on the count of 3, I'm gonna say I love you, and I need to hear I love you back. Can y'all do that? Y'all not too proud to tell me y'all love me the way I love y'all? 1, 2, 3, I love you. I love you. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Drop that shit. Yo, this song's called Virasana. Vira means hero in Sanskrit. Asana means pose, hero pose. So we just like this, right? Okay, I wrote this song in the airport on the way to Italy. Remember I told you I grew up in the projects. We had, roaches the same size as my hand. We were scared to kill them motherfuckers. We just went to bed, pretend they wasn't there, and came back the next day hoping they was gone. So to be in Italy and shit, doing yoga on a mountain, it's a big deal for me. So I rapped about it. As I should, right? Give me that. Yeah. Yeah. Check. Cool. I just traveled across the, give me the cue. I'm coming now. All right, that's my offensive coordinator, my OG. Go. Go. Give me the cue. Alright. Check. I just traveled across the globe, cracking the Da Vinci Code, and I pack more books than I pack clothes. It ain't how you look, it's more about what you know.
Don't tell them your secrets, I'm not saying that I believe it. Hypothetically speaking, though, you see what happened to Jesus. How Rico did Mitch. Put effort into backstabbing just to be a snitch. Forgot my Polaroid, I'm at the Pantheon piss. Back at the room, lighting the mood, reading Kurt Vonnegut. Meditate for a few and forget what the problem is. It's all in the past, there ain't nothing that I can do now. Life taught me attempts at attachment are all futile. My yoga teacher told me grab 2 blocks and 2 towels, cause I might need those. Let go of your ego at the front of the mat, embarrassing that ass hero. After the flow, I'll grab me some soup, I do the miso. Mind, body, soul, we a group, yeah, we the trio. John Mayer, Steve Jordan, and Pino Palladino. Black sweatsuit with the hood incognito. Don't get it misunderstood, I live by the G-code. Wanna know what that mean, huh? Can't imagine the things that I've really seen, huh? How I went from trapping to traveling over the seas, huh? Leading yoga classes and teaching people to breathe. I'm not totally convinced that this isn't a lucid dream version of the Truman Show, but you viewing me on the screen. Simulation or not, this may be all that we've got. I take the little they give and I make it into a lot. Like Santiago in the tea shop. Is it alchemy? I'm the baby Michael Jackson held over the balcony. Just like the king, these white folks got it out for me. Their melanin gleam make them perceive themselves doubtfully. It's not our job to make you feel secure. Don't bring your drama to us, take it to Sigmund Freud. There's enough going on, though we don't want a war. At this point, it feels like it may be hard to avoid. Look, the slave labor in the prisons, Yemeni malnutrition, Syrian drone strikes, Israeli ballistic missiles, white hooded grand wizard, American terrorism. Careless politicians asking us to bear with them while they use our tax dollars to go and bomb them a village. Who you kidding? Certainly not me. Some make the conscious decision to purposely not see what's going on. But I grew up on Marvin. I remember roaches in my mama's project apartment. She put a towel under the door, thinking that it would stop them. Fried bologna sandwich, chicken flavored top ramen. There was cuisine for a black teen in the ghetto regime. Elohim, peace to the gods, descendants of kings. There was cuisine for a black teen in the ghetto regime. Elohim, peace to the gods, descendants of kings. Do. You know, so it's obvious to tell, you know, that when I was, you know, listening to rap and wrestling on rap, it was the golden era. I'm like a 90s hip hop type of dude, so that's how I rap. So since I'm a real rapper, it's only right that a real rapper, we gotta do acapellas. Can I just do a rap without a beat? Don't throw no fucking tomatoes at me or nothing. Listen, hear my rap. I'm just gonna talk to y'all for, it's more like a conversation. All right, check. Y'all ready? Hip hop started off in the park. No, I'm just kidding. Now here we go for real though, yo. They're trying to force feed us propaganda. I'm not nodding my head to mediocre white rappers. I'm not standing for national anthems. We still slaves. You want me to believe that if I vote, the system will change? My people still working dead-end jobs for less than a livable wage. Buying designer before we get our bills paid. Because it's hard to accept the poverty. To be honest, I've been broke for a while and it don't bother me. I read good books and I keep something bomb to eat. Watch good movies and do yoga 6 times a week. Meditate in the mornings and pray before I go to sleep. Speaking of food, though, I couldn't help from noticing there ain't no fresh fruit inside that West End grocery. There sure is a lot of liquor, though, and overpriced gas. I'm not sure what it all means. I just thought that I might ask. When I was young, they used cartoons for those cigarette ads, but they had the nerve to start the war on drugs. We got to ask ourselves, is that what it really was? Or was it really just the war on niggas? Gated communities filled with a whole lot of contradiction, but they make it up to be something different. They estheticians. Ain't no way you'll convince us that we really the problem. We ain't stole no land and we ain't done no bombing. We got O.J. Simpson. Y'all got Jeffrey Dahmer, the great white hopes with Epstein in the Bahamas. My tax dollars going to the war against Hamas. So crack protested genocide. My money won't go towards the Israeli apartheid. I'm just making excuses to get some extra cheese, cause my 9 to 5 don't cover my basic needs. Start a nonprofit to help my community, to find myself under IRS scrutiny. Every month we get hit with a renewal fee. Trying to own my name, image, and likeness. Protect myself from all of the whiteness. It's impossible. Can't make a living without obstacles. And if you ask for help, they're gonna laugh at you. U.S. involvement with colonizations out in Africa. Try to kill me if you want to, but I won't won't be silenced. I'm not a violent man, but I am a man of violence. Learn the way of the land if you intend to survive it. I'm not a violent man, but I am a man of violence. Learn the way of the land if you intend to survive it. This country was built on the backs of the oppressed and stolen from the indigenous people. By occupying this land, we are all beings of violence. Do not forget that. Learn the ways if you want to survive out here. Let's get it. I don't even know what's next. Give me something. Hey, I can do that. Got a little bounce. Check. Okay. Yeah. I don't mean to be rude, but none of you dudes can get with me. I mean it quite literally. We just landed in Italy. My cell phone don't work out here. Mediterranean Sea. Maybe take some time to go brush up on your geography. 10th Street Dre apostrophe. After the E. Came a long way from peddling weed. I peddling crack with Dirty Dre on 26th Street. Yeah, that's where I first met Jeremy and Red. God bless their souls. 20 years later and both of them dead, the streets done caught up with them both. But every time that I saw them, I let them know that I love them. We all know that those types of losses are all a part of the hustle. We were young dudes swinging from the vines in the heart of the jungle. Twisting our fingers, throwing up signs in the party with a bundle. Now I'm meditating on a mountain. This transformation is astounding. And my life goal is just lotus pose. I don't need no thousands. Picture my life in panoramic. Picture Maya Ross in the forearm balance. Making the most of my moments. There's a pebble chill at you on view in the MoMA. I need to see it. Rainy day yoga at the park on a wet mat. Yeezy sweatsuit, 60 for the set, jet black. Strange times that we living in. Bound man killing children. Bombing hospital buildings. Hamas fighting off the pilgrims. Death toll in the millions. Uncle Sam killing the civilians. White men keep playing God, thinking their markets are real, yes. Until the real hit, yeah, until the storm come. We seen it all before. Like we telling fortunes, another house foreclosed, the poor left without a home. Red line segregation, condominium gentrification, senior citizens working the day shift at dead-end jobs that they can't quit, while these billionaires are building spaceships because they know that the end is adjacent. Rich men getting facelifts, they all afraid of aging, but there ain't no escaping the blaze of hell that awaits them. Peace to the Haitians, one of the few revolutions that made it. I'll die for liberation before I pretend I'm okay with enslavement. I tried to pay the natives after what I did to Mount Rushmore, but they won't accept the payment because the principle is worth much more. Our struggle is a part of yours. Egotism got us all at war, like goth rock gotta find a cure. Why does love seem so obscure? Yeah, and I ask, our struggle is a part of yours. Egotism got us all at war. Like goth rock, gotta find a cure. Why does love seem so obscure? My blood no different than yours. How much more can we afford to lose? Yeah. I done got hot, I'm sweaty. Hey. Okay. Oh, Russell Crowe. Yeah. I got a couple more. I got like 2 more joints. Is 2 okay with y'all? Yes, yes, thank y'all. I was gonna do it anyway. I'm taking what I want. Leaving the rest for whoever. Let's get it. Yeah.
Shout out my brother Vader in the CO. Legend. I'm gonna borrow your flow.
Cool. Check, check. Look, my ancestors had shackles on their wrists and on their ankles. I'm highlighting passages from Viktor Frankl. These dudes will steal your style and forget to thank you. American culture is nothing but appropriation. Look, I grew up in Kentucky by the river embankment, where the water's all dirty, you'll get sick if you drink it. Centuries ago, this land belonged to the natives. The whiskey that you love came from black enslavement. The same blood built the track where those horses racing. Look, her brother's only good for sports and entertainment. They love love to hear us rap and see us on them stages. Yeah, all the Jack Harlows, the Chads and Davids. This is their Coliseum, we're the gladiators. So I guess that makes me Russell Crowe then. And you would be Joaquin, or is it Joaquin? Call it what you want, I'm gonna call it what it is. Most of my homeboys died back when we were kids. You at home watching Menace, thinking it's a gimmick. My people in the streets being murdered and convicted for non-violent crimes that carry a life sentence. Meanwhile, who y'all think making the fentanyl? I hate to tell y'all, those politicians involved. Johnson & Johnson sponsoring campaigns. So why is it so bad when black folks sell cane? I can't burn a bridge I'll never need to cross. Yeah, as long as... Burn it back. Not all the way. Just to that part. Just to that part. Yeah. So I have a question. Johnson & Johnson sponsoring campaigns. So why is it so bad when black folks sell cane? What about it's like a $400 million lawsuit against Johnson & Johnson by the city of Oklahoma City? I remember that happened? For their role in the opioid epidemic, right? They just paid a little $450. No one went to prison, right? If I would pull off from here right now and get caught with heroin in my pocket, just, whatever it might be, for whatever reason, man, I'm doing a little heroin, selling a little heroin, cool, whatever. I'm not getting out of jail. What's the difference in me and Johnson & Johnson? That's the war on drugs right there, correct? That's the war on niggas. Throw me in somewhere. Most of my homeboys died back when we were kids. You at home watching Menace, thinking it's a gimmick. My people in the streets being murdered and convicted of non-violent crimes that carry a life sentence. Meanwhile, who y'all think making the fentanyl? I hate to tell y'all, those politicians involved. Johnson & Johnson sponsoring campaigns. So why is it so bad when black folks sell cane? I can't burn a bridge I'll never need to cross. As long as I spread truth, I never see a loss. Look, we'll never cross paths, cause I'm in the streets doing pull-ups on a lamppost while you still asleep. Check, I withstand the winter, then embrace the heat. The way of the land is give more than you keep. I make a way for you and God makes a way for me. Krishna told Arjuna sometimes war is the way to peace. But don't act on impulse, gotta move patiently. Like Diego Rivera painting a revolution. I dedicate my art to changing the institution. Nah, I am not a puppet for pop culture amusement. The language of suffering, I can speak it fluent. I'm a light bearer, leading breath and movement to a broken people, bringing them towards congruence. The spiritual practice predates the ancient ruins. Picture the people of Machu Picchu, sun saluting. A monk on fire protesting the persecution of Vietnamese Buddhists. Needless to say, that coup was supported by the U.S., but you knew that. And if you didn't, you know now. Got our hands in a lot. Yeah. Check.
That's what y'all do.
Boom, 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 boom. This is my last song. It's called Denny's Breakfast. And you all been a wonderful crowd. This means the world to me. Shout out to all the acts that came along before me on this stage. Shayro and Church Friends, Ryan Anderson, TVLO, Ben Helm, Ellie Roof. Y'all all put it down. Lady Laveau went crazy. I'm in good company. I feel very, very blessed and privileged to be up here in front of you all, with you all. Thank you. It's my last song. It's called Denny's Breakfast. Yeah. Check. Okay. Yeah. Feeling existential. Check. Feeling existential. Watching Portrait of a Lady on Fire. First off, if you haven't seen that film, you should try it. Then ask yourself, would you rather be loved or desired? And those concepts aren't mutually exclusive, of course. I'm just curious, if you had to make one, what would be your choice? Cause you read between the lines, fill in the blanks with your mind. Like a novelist or an astrologist, predicting the end of time. Crying on my yoga mat, Thinking about friends that died, still I try to be kind and see this life through the children's eyes. It's hard when even the children are subject to genocide. Devils in disguise wearing suits and ties. The schools lie about why they banned the bluest eye. White folks don't like to be scrutinized. It wasn't sexually explicit, she just called out the system. The white gaze staring, glaring against us. They fill our streets with liquor, use our men to fill the prisons. They doing slave labor, making boxes for Amazon shipments. The warden of the state jail in bed with Donald Trump had a meeting in Florida and they ate McDonald's lunch, discussing global affairs, oil and arms deals, and all the terroristic organizations that aren't real. Looking the state claim the third world resources, distracting the mainland, passing bills on abortion while the cobalt industry is still reeling in a fortune. Ever since they killed Mike, black folk being voiceless. My people deal white cause we don't have no choices. What's the difference between Frank Lucas and Brown Foreman? The difference between a felon and a philanthropist. The difference between privilege and not having it. The difference is whose back you whip. Look at the sentences black men get. 10 years for trafficking while a priest gets his wrist slapped again for touching on another Catholic kid. The luck of the draw, are you Aryan or African? I did not get the skin by accident. This ancestral energy I've been channeling, tapping into Egyptian Kemetic practices. I move with intention, I'm not haphazardous. Ill-equipped henchmen do not have half of this. The kids gon' think we sampled this. I'm like Robert Johnson, finger-picking licks in the projects. I'm the alien that brought mathematics to the Aztecs. Before Cortez took Tenochtitlan, I'm meditating, I'm focusing, Ustrasana, heart opening, working toward my solar plexus. I feel it in my gut, no more butterflies moving in the right direction. My line work is so hectic and emotional, Max Beckman. The neighborhood that we grew up in was neglected. I drove units through Texas. You can ask any of my exes. We had truck stop, Denny's breakfast, and I never ever missed the exit. Yeah. I drove units through Texas. You can ask any of my exes. We had truck stop, Denny's breakfast, and I never ever missed the exit. And that's my time. Thank y'all. Peace, peace, love to the people. Love y'all, love y'all. Hey, in like 45 or 50 minutes or something, I think my band is playing in there on that stage. So we rapping and rocking, baby. Hip hop started off in the park. See you in a little bit.